did in Iceland.
What he did was ill-disciplined.
I'm gonna up my own volume.
Reckless. Give me one good reason to put him in the program, Mom.
I think you just covered them all. It's really quite simple. Bond is a bullet without a target. Let's give him one.
Okay, so they just recut the first trailer for that. That's all right. We can live with that.
Hi, I'm Hakan Abrak, game director on 007 First Light. I know everyone has been waiting patiently to finally see our game, and that's exactly why we're here today. So without further ado, and on behalf of our talented team, I'm incredibly proud to introduce an extended playthrough of Bond's first mission as a recruit. Please enjoy our gameplay premiere of 007 First Light.
I'm sure I will.
This is a black tag operation, so discretion, ladies and gentlemen, is critical.
Okay, I'm already a fan. There's actual driving. Now, is this going to be a chase? No, they won't give us a chase. Also, I feel like the bitrate for this is not great. Hang on.
Now, I could get used to this.
Don't act too impressed, dearest, or you'll blow our cover. And James, do quit your pouting.
I'm a glorified hood ornament. What could I possibly have to pout about?
Brand
Hang on,
expectations.
there we go.
Someone must watch the perimeter. If 009 slips through our fingers, you're the last line of defense.
Exhilarating. Greenway's testing you, mate. That's all. Don't give him an excuse.
The cap looks good on you, though. Really brings out your cheekbones.
Could I drive recklessly? Can I do that? Or is that not allowed? Can I drive like everything or nothing? Where you're all over the road?
Just a frog in my throat.
Okay, with a signal like that, I have a feeling that they're gonna... This is a cutscene. Either that or this person is really good at game driving. Kind of reminds me of License Renewed. I don't know if anybody's read that book.
Is everything in order?
Routine inspection, ma'am. Won't be a moment. All clear. Please proceed.
You think if I sold a kidney, I could afford to stay for a night?
I think I have. Stayed here, I mean. A wedding back in 22.
Doesn't sound like something you'd forget.
Well, the hen was in Cannes, so we flew in by private jet. It's dark and we've been drinking, so...
Oh, well. Can.
At least Sheila will be happy.
Private jet.
Well,
I feel like we're driving kind of fast for these roads, but it's fine.
Nothing at all. What do you make of 009?
he was the best in his day. That was a long time ago. My guess is he's tired of running.
Greenway thinks we're being played. And since when do you trust Greenway? I never said I did. They knew each other, though. That much is clear. Something to do with an operation.
Alright, so I was right. Well, not a bellhop, but like undercover.
Did 009 pick Greenway out of good faith? Or bad luck?
D, how you do?
Well,
I'm doing well. We're
find
we're in the IO Interactive Partner Program, and part of that is like they're like, hey, can you restream the state of play and react to it? So, very excited to get gameplay for Bond. We're doing pretty well. D, I hope we're doing well as well. And so far, I like what I see. I like the driving.
Switch to comms.
The driving looks like it's gonna feel like everything or nothing, and I'm used to that. But I don't know if that's what they're gonna go with, you know, or go for.
Afternoon. Invitation, please.
Blake and Loretta York. Plus the help.
Welcome to the Grand Carpathian. Parking is right up ahead. Mr. and Mrs. York, enjoy your stay.
The Grand Carpathian.
Oh, they will.
Right. We're entering the premises. Team status?
Nash, delivery area. In position. Singh, staff quarters.
Ronson, conference wing.
Kingsley, first floor suites.
Okay, so you are part of a team here. Because I know they mentioned, like, yeah, we're the last line of defense, but I thought that was, like, just keeping an eye on them. But no, you're part of a whole team like Mission Impossible.
As instructed. Keep a low profile and don't let your guards down. 009 most certainly won't. Out.
James looks real tired. Like, he looks real rough. Okay. Get some disguise play? No, okay, okay. Just cutscene of waiting, okay. Happens.
Not exactly the 5-star treatment. No harm in stretching my legs. Bond, reporting suspicious behavior.
009?
No, one of the hotel staff. Strangest looking bellhop I ever saw. He was mishandling luggage.
Are you joking? What are we, the local tourist board?
I guess he had to be there. It was odd. I'm gonna check it out.
You will not. 009 is our only priority.
I feel like he could have told them, hey, this is what happened. I don't know why he's being secretive about it.
Poor taste, if you ask me, and got what they deserve.
Pardon me? Need to see a man about a bag. Missed him.
Afternoon, sir. Staff and press only.
Oh, damn.
Investigate the blonde. Am I able to catch him before that if I run? Or is that just a raise suspicion?
I ducked through. I need to catch up with that bellhop.
Show me your ID and all's good.
Better go and get my ID then.
If you want to catch your bellhop.
Fair point.
So he gets like detective mode, kind of, but not really. The compass on the bottom is going to be an interesting thing to use. I'm guessing the battery is tied to your watch. I know it's IO Interactive, but this feels a lot like Hitman more than anything else. And I don't know if that's what they're going with. So you have a dart gun in your phone, and you have a laser watch. Well, the laser watch is in the trailer.
What's that?
So we have focus as well as luring.
That... What the...
Dart gun. Okay, that's what that is. In the trailer, that little the thing where Bond like chuck threw something at someone, but I guess that was knockout. Yes.
What? Let's see.
I think so, because it looks like they're going for the open window, and it also looks like they're gonna give you an opportunity to get an ID, even if it's from somebody else. So it looks like there could be multiple ways to solve each puzzle, if you think about it like that, like everything as a puzzle instead of just a mission, which I'm interested to see how it plays out, because this feels a lot like Hitman. That's not necessarily a bad thing. I did like the new Hitman games.
Haven't done that since final year.
But I guess we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out what happens here. Because it feels like this could be like Hitman with extra steps, which isn't a bad thing.
I need to have a stern word with your manager.
Good to have you on the team.
So.
Okay, let me stop you right there. I have bets to make.
This guy better be worth it. Don't mind me, ladies.
Good afternoon, sir. Which room is he in?
It does feel like that, doesn't it, Patrick? It's probably because you're not going to have multiple disguises, I think. I think you're just going to have your one outfit the whole time. So I think it will be a more forgiving one. Because Hitman would have just let you do anything. And if you got caught, that's entirely on you. This doesn't seem like that. This seems to stop you. To put you in the right steps.
Let's see what all the fuss is about.
Alright, this is from the trailer.
There's Greenway. Hopefully I'm the last thing on his mind. What are you here for?
Don't go spoiling too much here, game. Don't do that yet. Alright, we got the twangs of the Bond theme a little bit. I like it. I have a feeling they're going to pull a Casino Royale and give us like other themes throughout, but the Bond theme is going to be saved for the end. I think that would be interesting. That would really tug on the nostalgia strings, because Casino Royale is almost... at the time of this game's release, it'll be 20 years old. So.
Bond, status.
All was quiet in the parking lot. No sign of 009. Over. How do you do?
There's more interaction than Hitman, I can say that as well. Because in Hitman you just threw everything, but Bond's doing the Bond thing from the EA games, where if anybody talks to him, he'd be like, hi, hello. But also, Joanna did that in Perfect Dark. Yeah, it looks like they also give you a heads up on where the objectives are with that little detective mode thing. I'm cool with that. I like that, because that's one thing I didn't really like in the Hitman games, is you're kind of just left alone with no help.
The blonde bellhop who just passed through here.
There's a face to pick out in the lineup. Probably one of the pimps. He was asking for the directions to the backstage area.
A chess fiend. I knew it.
I'd stay clear of him.
Just need a quiet word.
Nothing dramatic.
Okay. So I was wrong. This isn't the end game, because this seems to be near the beginning. When I was like, who knows? Maybe this chase is near the end. Hey, Henry. But actually, you know what I said? I was like, you know what? They could also be messing with us, because in the old GoldenEye trailer, it looked like the beginning was the end. So that could have looked like the end, but it was really the beginning. They pulled the old GoldenEye on us.
Just who the hell are you?
Not now. Eyes on the road.
Yeah, Patrick, I agree though. If they adapt the narrative to work with where you're going, this could have infinite amounts of replayability. The game's looking a lot like Hitman.
Need to cut some corners.
Careful what you wish for.
More in line with what we want, if that makes sense. Like, it looks like Hitman, it plays like Hitman, of ways you can solve puzzles, but it's not a Hitman clone. Yet. And we have car chases. There's a lot of motion blur, and I hate it, but we have car chases. I'm sure there'll be an achievement for doing this without hitting anything, so... Yeah, motion. All the homies hate motion blur.
Look out! Buckle up.
Yeah, I'll disable it too. So, I'm interested. They haven't given this girl a name yet, and obviously she's important. I love her. She reminded me of Split Second. Split Second. Was that a 360 racing game? Because I think I see a lot of DLC for that on sale on Xbox, and I just have never gotten it. Oh yeah, it's looking great. Especially because it looks like they're giving you multiple paths to solve for this. So I'm interested to see what happens. Ooh, awesome. Oh, that's from the trailer. But I'm very happy we're getting actual car chases again. Yeah, because it looks like you're getting like I think when I'll have to go back later, or maybe even after this, we'll like dissect it a little bit, because I think you could have chased after him and you could have been on his tail the whole time, or you could have taken this shortcut, which was a total leap of faith. So I'm interested to see what happens. Was Blur PS3? Yes, it was, and I believe the team behind Bloodstone made Blur. I believe that was the same team.
Hold tight.
60s. Is that what they're doing? Do you think?
No, we're talking.
I like the music. What's very important, at least to me, with these games is the music. We've had twangs of the Bond theme, like I don't want to say tickle in and out, but like flicker in and out, like this. With like, you can tell it's building to it, but it's just not going to be there just yet. I'm cool with that. If they want to wait for the very end, the finale, the final boss, or the final escape, give us the Bond theme.
I'm with the DGSE. That's
French intelligence.
Okay, so French intelligence, like
Yes, I figured as much.
like Dominique from Nightfire.
What's your interest in 009?
Becker didn't spend his fugitive years on a golf course. That's what you think. DGSE has been hunting him for a long time. This is the closest we've ever gotten, and I'm not letting him slip through my fingers now.
Sounds like we have a conflict of interest.
How about we burn that bridge when we get to it?
Fine by me.
Wow, that's actually Barb's favorite saying. Let's burn that bridge when we get to it. Oh.
There.
Oh, you can hear it. Even when I was talking, I got a little bit of the goose pimples. You can hear it. The Bond theme started but didn't finish. It was getting there.
Plenty of his friends, though.
I think so, Henry. I think you're right.
Well, in that case.
Hey, it's a P99. Because I don't think it's a PPS.
We need to keep that plane on the ground.
Well, what are we waiting for?
There's that English sang-froid. Bonne chance, James.
So okay, this seems like the beginning of the game. I'm cool with this. Alright, now give me some classic Bond. Come on. You got this. You got the perfect setup for it. You gotta get to the plane before it takes off. This is classic Bond.
Looks like I've got a plane to catch.
Was that Rat AI or Squirrel AI on that? It's better than Star Wars Outlaws, I'll tell you that right now. Our first gunfight? License to kill. Okay, so that's our first kill of the game, I guess. This is our first gunfight. Okay. Shoot the barrel. It's glowing. Shoot the barrel. You get a button moment, probably. There you go. Levolution. That's a lot of exploding barrels. Yeah, you hear bits of the jingle start, and it never does the whole thing. I like that. It might get a little annoying, I'm afraid, but I like that so far. Wow, if it was Uncharted, he wouldn't be able to attack him yet. I totally get that, lovers, because when I played Indiana Jones, at first I was like, I don't want it being first person. I want it third. It's weird. I like Bond in first and Indiana Jones in third, but they're swapping them, and I think this is working out well. And that shot from the trailer, I thought that was the end. I thought that was Endgame they were showing us. So everything seems to be from the start. We could be in for a longer 007 adventure, and I'm okay with that. I like that too. When you're out of ammo and you don't have another magazine, you can just throw it. My eyebrow's itchy. I didn't know that was an explosive barrel. So it's a good thing we have that available to us. That little, like, Bond sense. Actually, yeah, are they going to call it Bond sense, like Everything or Nothing? That'd be great. It looks like James can't shove every weapon in his pants like GoldenEye, but, you know, times have changed. I'm going to abuse that little throw. Yeah, it is, especially when the shotgun shatters. I'm good with that. This all looks incredibly fun. Oh, okay. That went through the hose. The hose went through that, but it's fine. I feel like it could have been scripted, but I'm not entirely sure. We're gonna have to play the game, of course. Yeah, you can hear it. You can hear it, right? I hope the combat system, at least the hand-to-hand, is like Everything or Nothing, which is also like Uncharted. I hope they do that. You hear it, right?
Okay. 009.
We had the roll there going. We had the roll there. Dun 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 dun. Dun. You had that going. It just didn't quite finish. Yeah, this is what I want. This is exactly what I wanted. Guys, I think this is an instant pre-order. I want the physical copy.
Need a way to force it down.
Even if IO Interactive is gonna grace me with a code, I am not sure. I hope. I'm buying this. Oh, you control that? Like, can I control that during the gunfight, though? Yeah. Oh.
Never a dull moment.
That's gonna be fun. That is a really cool mechanic. That'll probably be an achievement. Time to face gravity, I'd imagine. Kicking somebody out of the plane. All right, there seems to be some slowdown, but it is still in development. You know, I was about to reach for my controller and press a button like I was actually playing it. It's even... Oh, that's beautiful. That was beautiful. We got the whole theme there. That's beautiful. I like it. Actually, Spy fans are eating pretty good now, aren't we? We got a Metal Gear remake that was really good, and now we're getting a Bond game that's really good. Please don't let that be it. Please don't let that be the entire thing. I want more. Please give me more. Or at least be like, hey, the demo's available now.
Gibson, and I'm honored to announce that I'm playing James Bond in IO Interactive's much-anticipated game, 007 First Light. It's thrilling to be bringing this character to life in the game.
I don't know who you are, but you seem like a good guy.
I'm joined by an incredibly talented cast, including Lenny James as Bond's mentor Greenway, Priyanka Burford as M, Alistair McKenzie as Q, Kira Lester as Bond's most fervent supporter Moneypenny, and Noemi Nakai as the enigmatic Ms. Rob.
Bond's world is all about what's seen and what's hidden beneath the surface. You've just watched an extended mission playthrough. No commentary, just a raw experience. We hope you liked it just as much as we loved crafting it for you. But there's more than what meets the eye. In this next section, we'll guide you through how it all works. The tools, systems, and choices that shape the gameplay in 007 First Light. Let's take a closer look.
Welcome to the world of James Bond in 007 First Light, where infiltration and espionage are just two of many spycraft skills. In this mission, our unseasoned but highly trained Bond must track an assassin through a sophisticated Kensington gala. You'll want to blend in with the crowd while scouting for tactical options. Creating a mental map of available pathways without giving yourself away.
Go to the security room. It's first floor, East Wing. Staff offices.
Got it.
Bond must gain access to the upper floors, but some areas are off limits, even for those with a stolen ticket.
Sorry, sir. Can't let you through.
Just looking for the bathroom.
Other side of the bar.
Dialogue from other characters can offer clues to the mission's progression. Listening in on conversations is a useful intelligence tactic, potentially revealing opportunities for an easy breach.
So
Doesn't make an appearance.
So they're operating off of Hitman for the playground effect, for how you're going to solve these challenges and puzzles.
Rob Minkley, Crux
That's not a bad idea.
And you are?
Oh yeah, Patrick, I don't know if you're here for that. There's a dart gun. Or at least, I don't know if the dart comes out of your phone or if you just have a dart gun on you, but you have a dart gun.
About time, Mr. Minkley. Well, Miss gave up on you. Right then, go grab your camera, and I'll take you past security.
Photography can be such a negative experience.
First Light provides multiple pathways for achieving Bond's objective, if he's prepared to get creative.
Yeah, you guys are right. Hitman, Uncharted, and a little Just Cause. Little bit of evolution there. Like Battlefield. Very excited for Battlefield 6.
All set.
Follow me.
Bond's gamble has paid off.
The balcony should give you an excellent view of the stage.
Just Cause 2 and 3 are pretty solid. They're usually on sale quite often. I never played Just Cause 4. I think I own it. No, I sold it. Because I bought it, and I hadn't played it in 5 years, so I just got rid of it.
I read your articles in Crux magazine on rogue AI and cognitive warfare.
Hopefully this is a good time to drop in.
You won't always receive the red carpet treatment, so sometimes you might have to take the initiative.
I think that's how I would play. I would use the
it pays to choose caution,
the stealth option, because that's just how I.
As everyone can be a valuable source of information.
Like, I like the direct way in, even though stealth for me would probably not go well. Never does.
Watch it. What? That needs a look.
So how's the hand-to-hand combat work?
Moments when Bond remains undetected offer the chance to survey hostile areas.
North exit. That's my way out.
Bond can use the environment to his advantage by choosing
I think
from
so.
multiple routes, exploiting opponents' positions or security vulnerabilities. Depending on the situation and the odds, Bond can always go with a quick and blunt strategy.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be attack, counter-attack, maybe a hold or a takedown move.
Could have played that a little smoother, James.
He got away with it this time, but they could have called reinforcements. Alternatively, Bond can opt for a more elegant style, using the scan from his watch to highlight options for distraction and misdirection.
What was that?
Huh.
I'll have a quick look.
That feels a lot more like Splinter Cell, I feel. Well, that's right from Quantum. That is right from Quantum.
Your Q gadgets are custom developed to be powered by resources found in the environment.
Oh yeah.
So be sure to stock up when you have the chance. Aside from your signature watch,
But yeah, I appreciated that because in Quantum, Bond locks the guy in the bathroom that he knocks out and then he rips the door handle off.
That can be used offensively against targets or tactically
Laser
on
watch.
environmental weak points. Opening up strategic options to avoid combats or spring traps.
Okay, I do appreciate that his walk is stealthy enough to not get seen.
The smoke device confuses and disorients foes, letting you pass through undetected.
I guess that's more of a
offering
pellet
a
then, huh?
chance for concealed stealth takedowns. The world of 007 First Lights will see Bond face different opponents, some of whom cannot be bluffed or charmed into compliance.
Well, also because Ubisoft keeps making more Rainbow Six things, I don't think they'll do Splinter Cell anymore.
With a charismatic flourish.
Oh, I'm excited for Max Payne.
Oi, I need to find Saunders. There's a chance the suspect is dressed as security. The bastard could be hiding right under your noses.
I'll keep an eye out for new faces.
But
Interesting.
sometimes, hard as you may try to stay hidden, a fight is unavoidable.
If he was from MI6...
What? Excuse me? Who are you looking for?
Relax, off-duty museum security.
Don't.
Having
Okay,
been discovered,
Hitman.
Bond will need to rely on more than wit and charm to contain the situation. In melee combat against multiple assailants, you'll need to think fast.
Can I use a gun during these sections,
Combining
or
throws,
are guns only for gunfights? Because Bond is not
and
really, you
direct
know,
strikes
an honorable
with
fighter.
Environmental takedowns and items.
Simon says don't get up.
Sometimes James will need more than his fists to get out alive.
Okay, I was right.
When
Let's go.
enemies show clear intent to shoot and kill Bond, you will be granted a license to kill.
Oh, I have to. Oh, I don't know if I like that. I don't know. I mean, of course, I probably shouldn't be like, I want to kill. But I don't know if I like that you have to wait for the game to tell you you have a license to kill.
Is a great conversation starter. Enemies can provide additional firearms. You'll just have to borrow them for a moment. With quick thinking, you can turn the tables on your enemies by making the very environment a deadly weapon.
That's true, because it seems like they might grant you license to kill if you mess up and they
Gadgets
call
used
for backup.
Stealth and infiltration can also be deployed in combat to disrupt enemy attacks or provide further offensive options. Allowing you to fight fire with fire, or distract to make your escape. Adversaries come equipped with different levels of armor, requiring either greater ballistic might or tactical improvisation. To support him in challenging situations, Bond can use his own instincts. This mode will
007's
help you
looking
focus
good,
on your
French
most
fry. It's
difficult targets.
quite honestly, the demo they showed us, it's everything
Whether
we
human
wanted.
Or environmental. Bond must be fast.
I do have some questions, a concern or two, but this could very well be my game of the year. Even just like as a Bond fan.
Thank you for your visit. We hope to see you again.
Somehow I doubt that.
Can we kick in? Well, we had it right before there. March 20th. Yes! I should not be as excited as I am. That is the week of my birthday. That is the Friday of my birthday. I knew it. I'm yelling into the mic. I'm sorry. But even the earliest week, I'm like, I told my buddies, I hope it's the 27th. I hope it's the 27th. And I got it. So is there anything else? What happens to your PlayStation? What have you got? Or State of Play? What's going on here? You got anything for me? You got anything for me? You'll see all my lurking tabs up. I was lurking. I was watching Snooki. I was watching Garox. I was watching Agatha. I was watching Big Boss Incarnate go for Foxhound. Is that it? Are they just gonna leave on a black screen? Because that's kind of mean. Actually, what time is it? It's been half an hour, so the demo could very well be over. But is that it? Is it over? Is it? I'm very happy. We have driving. We have guns. And by guns, I mean like actual gunfights with Bond moments that you can use to your advantage. They won't. I don't think they'll give you like the Bond moment treatment like they did in the EA games. But you have other tools in your disposal to think like Bond, and that's awesome. So you have a dart gun, which is just I think they said the dart gun is in your smartphone, and you have a laser watch. Your laser watch can mess with electronics nearby. You can throw a smoke grenade from it. You can like your laser watch. It's back. It's actually useful. It's not just, oh, your smartphone does everything. It's actually a gadget house, which is what I wanted. It seems like they may have brought back the Bond sense with Bond taking a breather and just like analyzing everything around him, which was in Everything or Nothing. They haven't used it since, and it was great because it was pretty much detective mode in Batman before detective mode. I'm gonna see. Hang on. So, okay, there we go. It's over. So can I watch again and like clip through it a little bit? Hello, State of Play. I'm gonna pull up the chat over here because I had it on the window.
Take a left up ahead, James.
There we go. Look right here.
What's that, darling?
Just a frog in my throat.
So let's see. Move my coffee a little bit. The driving, I'm a fan of. I like how it plays out. The puzzle solving segment here. The puzzle solving segment, it's very much Hitman, which is not necessarily a bad thing if you're combining everything else with it. But with how the gunfights seem to work in this game, I could see this section being entirely weaponless. You have your watch, your dart gun, and that's it. Which, you know, makes sense. You're undercover. But, let's see. Let's zip around here a little bit. Because, yeah, it looks like there are multiple ways inside. You could either get your ID or get an ID and, like, forge it, get past the guard through the metal detector because all you have is your phone and your watch. Who's going to know? Or you could do what they do in the demo, which is set the wheelbarrow on fire, jump over, and go into the window. Which, if you do, Bond smooth talks his way out of it, and you're good. Which I like that they went through that even more in the later on when they said, oh yeah, if you want to, Bond can just try to talk over everybody and be like, oh yes, I'm with this, and see how it goes. So. Scoot over that. This was a long segment of the demo. But yeah, like, here you go. This is one of the Bond senses things, like the detective mode, where you can see the other objectives or the other ways to complete the objective if you get lost or if you get stuck, which I appreciate because I got lost a lot in Hitman. Like, a lot. So... Oh, yes, I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. This is fantastic because... these guys know spies, which is weird to think about because they have Hitman, and that's really their claim to fame right now. But they have Hitman, and Hitman is the closest thing we've gotten to a James Bond game in a while. Because of the ways you can solve puzzles, because of the ways you can get out of trouble, because of everything you can do. And IO Interactive to Bond is on par with me with, like, Silent Hill to Remedy. like, I think giving Silent Hill to Remedy would be as big of a step up as IO Interactive to Bond. Because before this, we had Activision. Activision gave us some really good first-person shooters. GoldenEye Reloaded was a fantastic shooter. Quantum of Solace is my favorite of the bunch. Bloodstone is a fantastic cover-based third-person shooter. Legends is horrible. But we'll just forget about that. 3 out of 4 ain't bad. 3, I guess. And, yeah, you can have conversations with... Oh, hang on. Let me go back a little bit. Yeah. Because you'll be able to have conversations, you'll be able to get more intel, and you'll be able to get more on your Bond sense, and you'll be able to figure... I'm going to call it Bond sense. I don't know if that's what they want me to call it, but I'm going to call it Bond sense because that's what it was back in Everything or Nothing. So you'll be able to get the intel, and you'll be able to work with it. Like, did you recognize the bellhop? That's your objective. You can use that. Or I feel like if you ask more questions, you might get even more intel if you want it. Or just world building, which is very nice. And...
Did you notice the blonde bell?
I did like... I do like that they just went over it with inevitably afterward. They don't show you the rest of the objective. They just go... they just have inevitably... Yeah, that, with the twang. They have that with the twang. And then you have a car chase. And I did want to check some things with the car chase. Because... in the car chase, I wasn't sure if you could take other routes.
Who the hell are you?
Not now.
I have to, now that I can pause it, I can double check it. I think you can take other routes. Because, like, you can't go through there. That's too blocked. You'd have to think fast and go to the left.
That's the car.
But were you blocked from following him the entire way?
You need to cut some corners.
Careful what you wish for.
Okay, nothing's really keeping you from doing that. It's just not the fastest route. Okay. And then when you follow him, like I said earlier, I'm sure there's going to be an achievement for getting through this without being hit or without hitting anything, whether it be other cars or the guardrail, or even these wooden planks here, the fence. So let's see. I think it's near here that he takes a turn. I think. And the turn goes somewhere. I was like, wait, are you sure about that? Yeah, here. There's nothing blocking him from taking the right side. So is the left mandatory, or is the left a shortcut? A shortcut you would know from replaying the level. So I'm very interested. I also think that they're going to take a more level structure to the game, which I really appreciate. Because going from like the driving to the gunfight to the stealth, I think it would make sense to make it more level-based, like the Hitman games. You can be, hey, this location, start the level. This location, start the level. Back and forth like that. I think that would be a fantastic way to do it instead of just one long adventure. Maybe break it up with certain checkpoints being levels. Not necessarily like Uncharted, because Uncharted is like, do you want to replay this gunfight? I'm going to lower the volume actually a little bit, because I know it might be a little hard to compete with that right now. So I'm going to lower the volume a little bit. And... so there we go. This, like I said before, this is from the trailer, and I got really ahead of myself thinking, oh wow, this must be the end game because it looks so action-packed. This is the start. They have informed you this is the start. So if this is how the game starts, it's starting off incredibly strong. And I really appreciate that I'm not totally off base in like a James Bond fan fantasy here. At least because it seems like you guys are agreeing with what I'm saying, and I appreciate that. So yeah, I'm assuming, yeah, you couldn't cut to the left, you have to go over that. That makes sense. That's what a Bond game would do. I think these guys really did their homework. They did their homework on Bond, they did their homework on the Bond games. I think it's in good hands. I want to see that gunfight again, though. On the plane. Because that level of interactivity, that's going to be fun. I do like the autosave gun barrel. I like that.
I'm with the DGSE. That's
French intelligence. James Bond, MI6.
Yes, I figured as much.
What's your interest in 009?
Becker didn't spend his fugitive years on a golf course. That's what you think. DGSE has been hunting him for a long time. This is the closest we've ever gotten, and I'm not letting him slip through my fingers now.
It sounds like we have a conflict of interest.
How about we burn that bridge when we get to it?
Fine by me.
Yeah, I like that. Because that's very much something that would happen in a Bond game or in a Bond movie. Because even earlier I was like, oh, she's French, like Dominique and Nightfire. Even how this is playing out, the sparring between the two, them teaming up, this is, even this whole interaction, it feels like it's right out of the Brosnan films. Not necessarily more Dalton or anybody else. This does feel like the fun Pierce Brosnan level of Bond.
I'll thank them. We need to keep that plane on the ground.
Especially his kind of video game.
There's that English sang-froid. Bonne chance, James.
Alright, so we've got... I wonder if that... I gotta double check that. Is that adrenaline or is that focus? Maybe the same thing. Or is that just your level of... like, distraction here? No, it's your focus. Okay, so that is like your Bond sense. You slow down time with it, I think. Later. Yep, that'd be classic Bond. And yeah, he used his focus to slow down time to stop that guy from calling for backup, but he already did because that's scripted. And there's also the barrels are all highlighted. You have the objective marker. I like how this is all laid out. Because I think the checkered pattern from the trailer I mentioned before, I think they got rid of that and just highlighted everything else. I like that. Because the checkered pattern would be a little difficult to see, also be kind of immersion breaking. In terms of like just the world in general, because if somebody is past the checkered background, you don't want to blow something up, you might have to blow something up to kill that person, and it might totally mess up the scene. And I did like how Bond can physically beat up anybody, because in the Uncharted games, if somebody has that much body armor on, you can't lay a hand on them. It seems like no matter what, Bond can get a few punches in, knock him over, steal his gun. Yeah, Roger Moore, Pierce Brosnan, just get in there. You gotta win. You have to get the upper hand in the relationship. Remember what Major Zero said. Yeah, I thought that was gonna be a gimmick for one objective, the running attack, but I think it's gonna be part of your arsenal, and I'm okay with that. I think that'll be a cool thing to do. And at first, during the actual state of play, I like I said, the down here. Where's my mouse? Down here, I had chat, so I wasn't able to see the gun readout. But now that I've got everything set up, you guys are over here on the other monitor. I can see that, and I do like how. Because originally I was scared, like you're throwing away your handgun because you're picking up these other guns and you got to keep going. No, you're keeping your P99. And I like that. I appreciate that. I mean, of course, every other Bond game would make you keep your P99. But I appreciate that you're not just, like, throwing it away as soon as you run out of bullets. So, and I'm going to keep assuming that's the P99 and not a new Walther. Because the P99, yeah, it ended production in 2023, I believe. No, 2022, it ended production. The P99s are no longer made. I don't think they moved Bond to the PPS or anything else like that, the newer Walthers, which is just the gun nerd in me coming out. But I think this is really fun, and yeah, it looks physics based and randomized, where everything like could go after Bond and everything could hit you. I'm cool with that. This is. Hang on, let's listen to music, because I want to hear it, because we hear the start of the Bond theme, but we don't hear the whole thing until the end. Okay, yeah, so I was right at that point. I was right at that point, because earlier I was like, yeah, you hear the roll, you hear dun 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 dun, but you don't hear the rest of it. So I was right. I wasn't just hearing what I wanted. Oops. didn't want to mute it. I was wondering what that was about, but I guess he was just checking everything else, but that leaves us open to hacking it, which is good. It's good for us.
Plane's flying dark. It's all up to me. Think.
It seems, yeah, I'm okay with that, though.
If I could access the flight control system.
Yeah, Patrick, you can clearly see that they went back and they did their homework. They didn't just play GoldenEye or the Activision games. They played the EA games. Yeah, there's a little bit of GoldenEye with the playground aspect of it, but everything or nothing with the stealth controls, Bond sense, Nightfire with probably the over-the-top sequences like this. But also, this is, I know I said before, this is right from Die Another Day. And you hear the theme. You hear like twangs of the theme. And yeah, the game's chugging here, which makes sense. It's still in development. It's still being finished. Oh no. Which also makes me wonder what happened to the other 00 agents. Because you arrive at that location that we started at with 2 other agents. Yeah, because even his line there, that's Brosnan Moore charm right there. I like it. That's true. Batman and Uncharted left a hole that that Bond is filling right now. I mean, Batman has Lego Batman 4, and that is just an Arkham game with Lego. I'm very excited for that as well.
I'm playing James Bond in IO Interactive's much anticipated game 007.
I feel like, well, I'm sorry, hang on, I need to go back. I feel like this guy got a little choked up when he said he was playing Bond. Let me hear that again.
Hey, I'm Patrick Gibson, and I'm honored to announce that I'm playing James Bond in IO Interactive's much anticipated game 007 First Light. It's thrilling to be bringing this character to life in the gaming world.
Okay, so I can't tell if his voice broke or if he actually, like, he got choked up. And I appreciate that, because the last person who had done that was Pierce Brosnan. So, at that point, yeah, this guy is good. He's got the look. He's got the, I think he can get the charisma down, but it's Bond's first mission, so it makes sense that he's written this way. I think this guy's going to be good. I think he can really pull this off.
I'm joined by an incredibly talented cast, including Lenny James as Bond's mentor Greenway, Priyanka Burford as M, Alistair McKenzie as Q, Kira Lester as Bond's most fervent supporter.
So I'm to look at all their IMDb pages at some point.
As the enigmatic Ms. Ra.
Bond's world is all about what's seen and what's hidden beneath the surface. You've just watched an extended mission playthrough. No commentary, just a raw experience.
I appreciate it, lovers. You know, well, let's pause. Let's pause again. You have some fantastic food. I appreciate you being here. And, yeah, we'll catch you soon. I'm sure this game is going to live up to my expectations. I am just incredibly happy that I got the release date right. I got it. Like, as soon as they're like, spring 2026, I was like, please let it be March 27th. Please let it be March 27th. And it's March 27th. So, that's, oh, I'm sorry. I'm over the moon. Friday, March 27th, because my birthday's on a Monday. So, yeah, this whole team seems to be incredibly passionate. I like his little ducky.
Crafting it for you. But there's more than what meets the eye. In this next section, we'll guide you through how it all works.
For like the section on how it works, I do like this whole thing. I wish he was more in a suit, but yeah, that guy's wearing plain clothes. Some people are wearing plain clothes, so it makes sense. Also, if he's supposed to be a photographer, I get away with wearing plain clothes at black tie events because it's more comfortable, and people realize that. So if he's supposed to be a photographer and he's doing that for this demo, that would make sense.
Just looking for the bathroom.
Let's see if I can grab it. Yeah, if he grabs the camera and it's like he's doing things like that, I have been granted stuff like that because that's how it works.
Sorry, miss, but this man can't go upstairs.
Relax, fellas. He's with me.
You say so.
I read your articles in Frux magazine on rogue AI and cognitive warfare.
Hopefully this is a good time to drop
I think this is my way.
You always receive the red carpet treatment. So sometimes you might have to take the initiative in these highly volatile.
Let me hear that again.
Hopefully this is a good time to drop in.
Yep, there we go. He got his one-liner off. Patrick's was right. So I think this is going to be good because they're bringing it all back. It seems like we're gonna get a story on par with Casino Royale in terms of origin and things like that. But we have Bond. We actually have Bond. It's not like, oh, this is going to be the origin story of how James became Bond. He's going to be hard and annoying and cold and bitchy. No, this is Bond.
Chance to survey hostile areas.
North exit. That's my way out.
Bond can use the environment to his advantage by choosing from multiple routes, exploiting opponents' positions.
And since they're playing a lot of things close to the vest here, there bound to be more locations because it's Bond. It's a globe-trotting adventure. I'm very excited to see where else we go because we have the islands we have everywhere in the trailer that we saw we haven't seen yet. But even in the gameplay segments, they're playing very close to the vest, even with the plot. I like it. I'm a big fan.
Could have played that a little smoother, James.
He got away with it this time, but they could have called reinforcements.
Yep, you close the door on that guy. He breaks off the handle.
A gift from Q. You'll have other gadgets in your arsenal. The laser fires a direct beam of energy that can be used offensively against targets or tactically on environmental weak points.
Take care of that right away.
Opening up strategic options to avoid combats or spring traps.
Oh my.
The smoke device confuses and disorients foes.
Wait a minute, hang on. Let me go back a frame here. Smoke pods, laser strap, dart phone, hack watch. Okay, so you get... I wonder... No, it looks like each one takes an amount of battery. At least I think. It looks like that's what happens here. Can I... What's that? Hold to aim. Okay, so it looks like we're going to get all these different gadgets. We have 4 gadgets for the 4 face buttons. So, Xbox. I'm excited to see how each plays out. I'm interested how the smoke pod is going to work, because the smoke pod seems to be a lot like the smoke pellet from Batman. But the laser strap seems to be the laser watch, dark phone, dark gun, and your watch hacks things. So, they went outside the box with this, because it easily could have been, well, your phone just does everything, like the Activision games. But they gave you more gadgets. They gave you more opportunities, more of a playground.
Or charmed into compliance. Using a dart phone to incapacitate them will give you an opportunity to talk your way out with a charismatic flourish.
Okay, and bluff is...
I need to find Saunders. There's a chance the suspect is dressed as security. The bastard could be hiding right under your noses.
Damn. I'll keep an eye out for new faces.
But sometimes, hard as you may try to stay hidden, a fight is unavoidable.
Okay. I do like the circular little readout of where everything is with the cameras. I like that.
Having been discovered, Bond will need to rely on more than wit and charm to contain the situation. In melee combat against multiple assailants, you'll need to think fast.
I mean, these guys have their guns out, like, they're ready to shoot to kill. Are we sure I can't use my gun? Are we sure I haven't been granted a license to kill?
and direct strikes, with environmental takedowns and items.
And they're going for the more gritty fights of the Craig movies, which are fun. They are good.
Get out alive. When enemies show clear intent to shoot and kill Bond, you will be granted a license to kill.
So Bond was just carrying around that submachine gun waiting for the license to kill thing to pop up?
Navy, Bond is an expert marksman. His Q pistol firearm is a great conversation starter.
His PPK.
Enemies can provide additional firearms.
Okay, so you can throw your PPK if you want, but it looks like you don't want to.
With quick thinking, you can turn the tables on your enemies by making the very environment a deadly weapon.
There we go. Yeah, that's used for the Bond sense, right? Like the
gadgets used for stealth and infiltration.
Yeah, the highlights.
Also be deployed in combat to disrupt enemy attacks or provide further offensive options.
Can I go back a sec? Hang on.
In combat to disrupt enemy attack.
Smoke pod, dark bone. Okay. What was that trap he threw down? Let me see. Flash mine. Okay. Seems like we can cycle through gadgets. I like that. I wonder if it's going to be like a survival view or MGS3 thing where we pick the gadgets that go into our phone mid-level, or we pick them before the level. Interesting. Yeah, because I think that's a flash mine. I don't think that's a mine. Never mind, that was a mine.
Fight fire with fire, or distract to make your escape.
You can shoot people with your laser watch?
Adversaries come equipped with different levels of armor, requiring either.
Oh yeah, Patrick, I'm not even thinking about GTA 6. I think that's going to be a waste of money for anybody that buys it, because it's going to be GTA 5 again. Bond has my full attention.
This mode will help you focus on your most difficult targets.
Can I see that again?
Different levels of armor, requiring either greater ballistic might or tactical improvisation. To support him in challenging situations, Bond can use his own instincts.
Got it. So the focus bar is Bond sense.
Focus on your most difficult targets, whether human or environmental. Bond must be fast, cunning, and uncompromising to prevail in the world of 007 First Light.
Thank you for your visit. We hope to see you again.
Somehow I doubt that.
Yeah. I'm in. I'm so in. Pre-order now and get the deluxe digital upgrade at no extra cost. In stores March 27th. So if you pre-order, you get the Commander outfit from the older movies. You get the Spectre Day of the Dead. You get the P99 weapon skin. Is that Live and Let Die? I think it's Live and Let Die. That's Die Another Day. Or Thunderball. Most likely Die Another Day. Because I think that's Live and Let Die, but so is the shoulder rig with the turtleneck, but that's also Spectre. Spectre you got for signing up for IO Interactive, which I got months ago. So okay, these are all of his gadgets he can use as well. So you do have an exploding pen. Yes! You get your phone, you get your lighter, you get AirPods. But yeah, 24 early access, you say? 24 early access, you say? Boys. Might be a little premature here. I think what I'm gonna do is I might reach out to the IO Interactive support for the partner program just to double check everything and make sure we're good, because I don't want to be like, I want to confirm that we're getting the game, but I kind of want to confirm we're getting the game. And if you know, I want to play this when it comes out. I really do. So I really want this. Like, this is the game we've been waiting for since 2005. This looks like it's everything I've wanted. And I don't know how to be less excited about it, because I don't want to overhype it. But being a Bond fan, I was a little weary of them doing Bond's first mission, because people doing that usually step over their own toes. But in terms of just the fun factor, the story can be absolute dog water. It can be the worst Bond story ever. But as long as the game is fun, I will come back for more. It doesn't matter. So... Oh, yeah, hang on. There we go. Let's double check, actually. I'm going to double check. Are these goodies available in the physical copy? Let us check, Patrick's. If you go on Amazon right now, and we pre-order 007 First Light, or we go to the pre-order page for it, only for PlayStation 5? No. I want it on Xbox. Please, Xbox. Thank you. On Xbox. Oh, it's got the classic cover where it's just black and the name going across. Oh, I remember those back in the day when you wanted to find the new Bond game coming out. Even GoldenEye had that for the longest time. Wow, the Switch 2 gets a special edition. But it's a game key card, so it doesn't really count. Oh, are they updating the pages as they're going? Yeah, I think they're updating the pages as they're going, because the PS5 box, when I clicked on it on Amazon, was just the black box. That was it. It was just the black box with a logo. But now, as I'm clicking on it, the PS5 box just updated. And it's the poster of the game, but with a silver background now. So, it looks like they're updating the boxes as it's going. Okay. So, what about pre-ordering the physical copy? What do I get? I'm not seeing anything yet. Okay, so that might be something... Yeah, it might be something we just see later. Print physical copy. I think the PS5 might have the edge here. Mostly because they keep making these things on State of Plays. So... But I think the PS5 might have... I don't want to say dominance, but they might have the advantage here in terms of development. I think the Switch 2 and the Xbox might be secondary. Which kind of sucks, but I guess it's understandable because Xbox had GoldenEye. And they made that work. So PlayStation did not get GoldenEye. So PlayStation might get priority for this game. Very, very interesting. Incredibly interesting, I gotta say. Okay. Because I'm thinking back to even the first trailer. I think my plot synopsis might be correct, but I'm not entirely sure if that makes sense. Well, obviously, let's see if I can get them to the gunfight. Yeah, here. Obviously, I was right about the party, because it looks like my theory for what happens at the party is you infiltrate, you do what you need to, and then then you get captured. That's my theory. But then Bond breaks out of captivity, runs into the party, and that's when they're like, Bond is here! And everyone just converges on the party. At which point, all the guests are escorted out, and Bond takes cover. I think that's where they're going. I think that would be fun. I'm very excited for this. Because even looking at this, you can use this to your advantage, and that's a statue, that's everything here. They're giving us a lot to work with, and a lot to be excited for. I can see definitely. I can also see. I'm also seeing achievements popping up here, for maybe completing the different pathways, for doing the different pathways. Definitely. Where's the plane? Not that early. Yeah, definitely on the plane when these guys get kicked out of the plane. Well, that was a glitch, but that was an animation he got locked into. But even with the plane doing things like that, or maybe you don't fire a shot in the plane and you just knock everybody out through the doors, you would get time to face gravity. You would get that. Because I would be so upset if the achievements are not just Bond quotes. First kill Chivo. I would be shocked if there isn't. Because let's see. The guy Bond first kills at the end of that little tunnel. Like right here. Your license to kill is activated, and that's probably the first time you're seeing this, because I think if they want you to play it out as it looks like it's intended, I don't know if we're gonna get a gunfight in the party. It looks like that's gonna be all stealth. That's gonna be all hand to hand. This might be the first time you pull a gun, especially because you're given the gun. So I'm very, very interested. Very interested in this. Because, yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with that. My theory is that you are not given a gun, or you're not able to carry your gun on this mission, because there's gonna be such tight security and metal detectors, all that crap. So you get your gun from, I was about to call her Dominique. I'm thinking of Nightfire. You get it from the French. You get your gun from the French, and then that's your first kill. And it makes sense this is your first kill because it's right down the barrel. So this guy is seeing the gun barrel. I think that'd be a really cool way to have your first kill. Also, the King 619 Master, appreciate you following. Appreciate you also listening to my rants about Bond, because I am very excited for this game. Bond is definitely my favorite franchise ever. And we're finally getting a game after almost 15 years. So because even this, I'm getting excited just thinking about all of this as well. And I like how they give you the submachine gun up front, right on top of the barrel. I'm pointing at it like you guys can see me doing it. But right on top of the barrel is a submachine gun. The gun barrel? Oh yeah, that's like I feel like that's kind of, I don't want to say reaching, but I feel like that's me being such a big Bond nerd that I'm like, yeah, your first kill of the game is at the end of a long tunnel. That's the gun barrel. But I think that'd be cool. But also, which also makes me think, Iceland. Iceland is mentioned in the trailer as being where Bond proved himself to M to join MI6 and be a 00 agent. Is Iceland going to be a pre-title sequence? Is Iceland going to be a cutscene? Is Iceland going to be a tutorial? I'm interested. Because I want to learn. I want to know more. I want to know more so badly. And I don't know who I could ask. Hopefully I could ask, but I don't know if I could. So. Because even, I'm even thinking of how fun the gunplay is going to be, on another level, because if you look at Everything or Nothing, Nightfire, Everything from Russia with Love, even the more recent Bond games like Bloodstone, their gunplay, it felt really solid, felt really good. I'm scared that any kind of gunplay now, especially because we've all played games recently where the gunplay is just not there. I'm scared that it's not going to be good, but this looks like it's copying Uncharted and Hitman, and that gunplay was just, it was beautiful. At least the first 3 Uncharted games, the gunplay was so smooth. It was great. And again, I feel like my hair is not working with me. What is wrong with my hair lately? I don't know. Maybe I need put some stuff on it now. But that's what I'm thinking, Patrick's. I put that in the 007 Discord for First Light, and some people are like, interesting theory, interesting theory. But also, because of what we're seeing, I don't know. But also, we haven't seen like the villain's lair. Because I was thinking earlier in the week, could this lead into a confrontation with somebody like Scaramanga, like Dr. No, with a big lair? Because it's got to be. But is it going to be a familiar villain, or is it just going to be 009? Because we don't know 009. But also, if we're working with other 00 agents, is 006 going to be named Alec Trevelyan? Just because. At which point, that would set up later games to be like, he's really a bad guy. And you can put anything you want to that. Just don't make him angry at people being millionaires, because that was the remake GoldenEye, and Trevelyan was like, I hate the stock market. That was literally it. That was the plot of the game. So, yeah, very, very excited here.
Can't stay here. Please leave him.
That's Thanos' real gameplay, because whoever was playing was scared that guy was getting back up. There's a little bit of aim assist, and I appreciate that. I feel like you might be able to shoot the tires out of those with more firepower. I'll keep an eye on that. Okay, so you can fire from the hip, but also from the shoulder. I agree. I do agree, Patrick. I feel like they need something short and sweet, relatively. I think they need something short and sweet, or maybe even just a tutorial, because even thinking back to From Russia with Love, Everything or Nothing, those games, their tutorial levels, their first levels, even Nightfire, maybe 5 minutes? Maybe. I feel like this would be too long. So yeah, I think you're right. I think Iceland would be perfect, even if it's just like maybe, yeah, tutorial. Maybe you don't kill anybody. Maybe it's just saving other people. Maybe it's just getting other sailors from the Navy out of a situation. Maybe it's where Bond gets his scar in this timeline. I think IO Interactive has my imagination. They have my attention. Even with that fluent, that little animation of him like kicking the gun up, that's a subtle, really good nod to Skyfall, if they even want that at all. Or maybe it's just a nod of Bond having that kind of training, that he's just that good. But that was done in Skyfall as well. So if you're looking for brownie points, that was a good Skyfall reference without really being like, ooh, Skyfall. So. And also the golden pen, I like that. Even just having a pen gadget, I like it. Does IO Interactive have any other co-developers on this, or is it just them? Because I'm thinking, did these guys ever do a racing game? Because the car segments, they look really fun, they look good. Did they learn how to do this on the fly, or did they have co-developers? Also, I'm sorry that I'm like going over this over and over again. I'm really happy with what I'm seeing here, guys. At first, like during the first few minutes when it looked like Hitman, I was a little scared. But now that they've explained everything, I'm very happy with what I'm seeing.
Okay, 009, you're next.
I do also, like I said before, I hope they go with a mission structure, because that would also lead it to naturally being like, okay, good stopping point, put it down. Go do something else for a bit. Maybe use the bathroom. Go food. I don't know. Well, you taking that long to use the bathroom is probably, you're probably not streaming. So. Now hang on, did that say sub-objective or objective was hack the plane? Sub-objective, so that's optional? If you want to do that? Simulate the burnout. Oh, okay, that would make sense. That'd be really cool. But it also explains the motion blur, I guess. So sub-objectives. That's something I'm interested about because they've mentioned sub-objectives even earlier with, like, getting an ID. You didn't need to get an ID. You can go up through the window, I believe. So let me double check, actually. I think it's around this mark. Yes, let me try this.
Missed him.
Afternoon, sir.
New sub-objective, infiltrate the hotel. Okay, so maybe it's mandatory because I thought it was getting the ID was the sub-objective.
You're not the first.
Can I duck through? I need to catch up with that bellhop. Show me your ID and all's good.
Okay, no, so the top objective is your mission goal, and then underneath that is your objective to get that mission goal. Okay. Gotcha. And okay, so it's not optional, but it's pseudo-mandatory, if that makes sense, to complete the mission, I suppose. But optional objectives are back in terms of secondary objectives, it looks like. What you can do, what you might want to do, things like that. Come on. Come on. This is... Oh, man. Let's see. So they show the chess game from the demo, from the trailer.
Best not get spotted just yet.
Back up a little bit.
Kingsley alert. Best not get spotted just yet. Need to build a case first.
Kingsley alert. Interesting what that means. Because I'm assuming that little arrow above her head means, like, don't get spotted by her until you're ready to go. Or at least until maybe you have built a case or something. But yeah, I'm thinking the long-haired guy is 009 from the trailer. I'm thinking that's 009. And actually, you know what? That all makes sense because M telling Bond in the trailer she's not part of the mission, she's an asset, she's not your friend, and Bond being like, ah, to hell with that. Yeah, there's going to be betrayal. There's going to be, like, heartbreak, I think. Bond's going to learn the hard lesson of don't trust anybody, but he's still going to be the man that he was. He's not going to let that destroy him like Daniel Craig's Bond did, if that makes sense. Because Daniel Craig's Bond was always cold, he was always angry, just a nasty dude. But this Bond, he's cracking jokes, he's having fun. I think we're gonna stay with this Bond, and I'm cool with that. He's gonna have those scars, he's gonna have all that growing up to do, but they did that in the original 20 films. In the original 20 films, he grew up, but he didn't really grow up. He was always a kid, kind of, at heart. But he dealt with everything, he kept going. He didn't let things slow him down. And that's the Bond that I grew up with. That's the Bond that I threw on, like, just to have comfort food. So I'm happy. I think there's a chance this could go wrong. But with how we're seeing this, I think IO Interactive is giving this game everything they've got.
How do you do?
To make it a Bond game, make it a fun game. This is looking good. It's looking real good.
Now, where do you go?
Let me see, because over through here, it looks like you look through walls if you need help. I appreciate that. Yeah, it looks like a whole bunch of different entry points if you want. Or maybe, because there's a dart logo on him, maybe it's just targets you can see. I'm interested to see how this plays out, because I don't think this is a one and done linear thing. At least I hope not. Yeah, and just look at the car again. Look at the car chase, rather. I could see people from Burnout doing this. But I do appreciate they had in the demo the bit of destruction and everything you can do here, because that lets the player know you can do this. You can do this. You're encouraged to do this, instead of the Craig Bond games, where Bloodstone really, where you had that one level of driving and you're told, yeah, stay in the lines, be cool. This is figure it out. We have seen other Bond games do that. The one thing we didn't see, though, and I'll double check here right now, I don't think we saw it, because we saw it in the trailer, was the shot of the car drifting out of the construction site, following this car in front, and the plane going overhead. How is that cut? Was that an in-game shot that they got? What happened there? I'm leaning on a water bottle. I'm entirely out of water now. I'm leaning on a water bottle. The tunnel from the trailer. From the trailer. I just want to double check. Did they hard cut? Did they fade out? Was there a cut to where it was, or did it just stop? Okay.
Who are you really?
Agent Charlotte Ross. I'm with the DGSE. That's
French intelligence. James Bond, MI6.
Yes, I figured as much.
What's your interest in 009?
Becker didn't spend his fugitive years on a golf course. That's what you think. DGSE has been hunting him for a long time. This is the closest we've ever gotten, and I'm not letting him slip through my fingers now.
Sounds like we have a conflict of interest.
How about we burn that bridge when we get to it?
Fine by me.
Also, I do like this tunnel. It's a nice, if they want to make it a callback to Quantum, it's a very nice one.
Pull over.
Okay, so it is a pullover here. Okay.
No sign of 009.
Plenty of his friends, though. I'm not loving the odds.
I've had worse.
Well, in that case, get down there, draw their fire. I'll flank them. We need to keep that plane on the ground.
Well, what are we waiting for?
There's that English sang-froid. Bonne chance, James.
Hang on. We have to have a nice reaction shot for the thumbnail. And yes, I'm really thinking that far ahead. Gun barrel. Gun barrel.